Edgar Allan Poe by Rashawn Keone and Savannah. Some interesting facts about his life was he was born on January 19th, 1809, and at age 6 he learned Latin, French, math, and history. So he was really smart for a 6-year-old, and he attended the University of Virginia, and he had a gambling and drinking problem, which he later dropped out. And then he entered the military, but he used a fake name, which was Edgar A. He married his cousin Virginia Clemens when he was 27. She's kind of disturbing because she was 13, and later that's what his poem Annabelle is about. He received $9 for The Raven, which might seem not a lot now, but I guess it could have been a lot back then. No one really knows. And he died October 7th, 1849, and his death today still remains a mystery. Dun dun dun. Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. Stanza 1. There was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. So in lines 1 and 2 it resembles a fairy tale, as if he's saying, once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away. Also in this stanza is rhyme scheme. If you look at lines 1 through 4, a go doesn't rhyme with C, which would get the letter A, and C would get letter B. And look at the end of line 3, which is no, and that rhymes with a go, so that would be the letter A. And finally, looking at the end, at line 4, Lee rhymes with C, which would make it a letter B, creating a rhyme scheme of A, B, A, B. Stanza 2. My beautiful Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kingsman came, and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels not half so happy in heaven, when envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. So in line 19 you have the sepulchre, which stands for the cold reality of death. And then the highlighted parts in lines 20 and 24 present refrain of the phrase kingdom by the sea, which is also repeated in lines 2, 8, and 14. And lines 22 and 23 represent the angel's jealousy of Poe and Annabelle's love. And then in the last line, line 26, you have internal rhyme, which is chilling and killing, which is the rhyme between a line or inside a line. And that stanza 3. And neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the night tide I lay down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in their sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. So in line 32, it's talking about how their love can't be breakable, it's very unbreakable, and how it's stronger than people who have loved a very long time. And in line 34, beams and dreams is assonance, the repetition of the EA sound to make it seem like beams and dreams rhyme, but kind of don't. And then if you keep going down to the highlighted parts, the sepulchre C, sounding C, that's alliteration using the S consonants, which provides a hissing sound toward the end of the poem, sounding C, which kind of creates a darker mood. Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. It was many and many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom ye may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child, in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I, my Annabelle Lee. With a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me, and this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle Lee, so that her high-born kingsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sculpture in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, when envying her in need. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee, and the stars never rise but I feel with bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in the sculpture there by the sea, in her tomb, by the sounding sea. So when I thought about this poem was that it was really different for Poe because normally he does really gothic things like The Raven or The Mask of the Red Death, but this one was about love, and although it was about his wife dying, it was sentimental, I guess. It showed deeper meaning that he doesn't just write gothic things, he writes regular things, and it just flowed really easily. You didn't have to concentrate really hard to understand it, and I think it was just a great poem.